gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. Hi chat, how you doing? Hope you're all having a beautiful morning, afternoon, night, whatever time zone it may be. I apologize in advance if I sneeze or cough and I am unable to mute the microphone in time. My throat's really sore. For those of you who are unaware, I did an art market yesterday. And the event itself was 6 hours, but because of how it was set up, the boyfriend and I needed to be there 2 hours early. And then we had like 1 hour after that to pack down. So it was like a total of 9 hours in like really like freezing winds. Really strong freezing winds the entire day. The event also said that we weren't allowed to put walls up, so we were getting blasted by the wind for a very long time. Even I have like not heat resistant, but like I have these like heat tech pants that I bought when I went to Finland back in 2023. And I was like, okay, cool. It's really windy. Good thing I brought these pants to wear. So I went to like a bathroom. I put my like heat resistant pants on. Again, not heat resistant, but you know, like they're pants that are supposed to be able to keep you warm during the cold.
Oh, gorgeous.
And they do keep you warm during the cold until it gets windy. Once it gets windy, like it's all over, because like the pants, I had like a really tiny gap between my socks and my pants. There was like a tiny bit of exposed bare ankle, and that tiny bit of exposed bare ankle was the death of me. my entire legs were like ice by the end of the event because that tiny bit of exposed skin was just freezing over like my entire leg. It was awful. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate the follow. I'm not usually this quiet. It's just my throat's really sore from the event, but thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, apologies in advance if I sneeze or cough and I'm not able to like mute the microphone in time. Doing my best. But anyway, let's say hello to everybody. Hello and goodbye. Oh, hello and goodbye, Ether. I'm pretty sure Ether is at work right now. But hello, goodbye. Oh, sweet summer child, that market. It was my first outdoor market. It was my first outdoor event. And it's really unfortunate that it was that cold because it's a beautiful day today. There's no wind at all. The temperature is lovely. It's a beautiful day today. That would have been nice, but it's fine. Hi Reaper, welcome in. I see you. Hello. Hi Rogue. That's why you need to pair them with long underwear and thermal socks. I did have long underwear. By like long, I mean like the kind that covers my entire butt and then like a tiny bit of like my thigh underneath my butt. And thermal socks. I would love a pair of thermal socks. I'm someone who would benefit greatly from thermal socks. I want that very much. Hi Fluttershy, welcome in. How are you doing? I normally don't like to have tea this early in the day when I'm streaming because, you know, I need my afternoon, like I need my nighttime tea. But I do have a cup of like chai with me. Nice hot cup of chai. Hopefully that loosens up my throat and I'm able to talk a little bit more normally as the stream goes on, because that would be really nice. But for now, I'm just kind of trying to find the balance between like where I can speak without hurting my throat too much. You sound like you're about to explain to a child that Santa Claus isn't real. Now chat. I do have some unfortunate news for you. Santa Claus isn't real, chat. I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Not really. It was pretty funny. Where do I post pictures? In Discord? That depends on the picture. We've got like art chats. We've got pet pics. But if it's just a picture in general, you can pop it in the chill chat. Lies! Chat, listen. Listen, I didn't expect you guys to catch me out on my lie that quick. But because you did, I can be honest with you guys for a second. It's not that Santa Claus isn't real, okay? It's not that Santa Claus isn't real. It's just that that's what we tell people, because if people believed that Santa was real, they would try and steal him from me. I'm not Mrs. Claus. I'm like the +1. I'm in a polycule with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and we just tell everybody that Santa's not real because we don't want people to get involved in our relationship, okay? Don't even worry about it. It's fine. I trust you guys. You guys won't tell anybody. You guys won't tell anybody, because if you do, then you'll be put on the naughty list, and no one wants to be put on the naughty list, so I trust you guys. Pictures of plushies? Yeah, you can put them in the chill chat, in like the main chat room. That's totally fine. I want to see plushies. Few people do for the wrong reason. No. It's not that kind of naughty list, chat. I promise, it's not that kind of naughty list. If it was that kind of naughty list, I would be on that list every year, you know what I'm saying? Hang on, I can't see the stream streak in my big chat, but I can see it in the corner of the little chat. Give me 1 second. 60 stream streak, holy shit. Thank you so much, Reaper. That is amazing. That's like, what, roughly 2 months, isn't it? Hell yeah, dude. Alright, so what we're doing today, chat, last time we streamed artwork. Oh, thank you so much, Lunax Senpai. I hope you're having a good time with us today. But what we're gonna do today, chat, is if you guys remember, last time we did an art stream, we were making our like new set of emotes for chat, like the animated emotes. And we have 1 free slot left for now. I'm planning to switch to Twitch alerts so I can get 2 more animated emote slots. But for now, we only have 1 extra slot. Hang on. Sorry, I just needed to cough. So for the final slot that I have for the animated emotes, I wanted to do this kind of emote where originally I was gonna make myself squinting, looking at like the left and right thing, but Jake had a really cool idea at the end of the last stream where instead of squinting, she's like super wide-eyed and she's like looking back and forth between the hands to try and figure out like which one is left and which one is right, which like is just, I feel is just the perfect encapsulation of me. So we're gonna have like super wide eyes like this. Actually, none of the other emotes have eyebrows, so we're not gonna do that. But basically, the eyes will start like here in the middle, and then the hands will come up, and then we'll have her look at this one, and then look at this one, and then look back up. I think that's a good idea. I think it's really fun. And then when I get the 2 extra emote slots, chat can help me figure out what I'm gonna do with those extra slots. Posted pictures, feel free to check them out. I will in a moment. I want to spend a little time getting comfortable and like hopefully like loosening up and like relaxing my throat a little bit once my tea cools down, and then maybe when I have the energy to talk a bit more normally again, I'll check it out, because I want to give you like a genuine reaction, and I feel like if I'm sick, I just downplay whatever reaction I have. Need the kind of long underwear that covers your entire leg. They're ugly as hell, but damn, they're warm. I'll check my normal clothing store and see if they have them. I have to shop at like Uniqlo, which is like an Asian run brand, because like in today's day and age, Uniqlo is the only place that has semi-affordable clothing that actually carries my size and like looks nice. I'll have to check because I need to get more stuff for sorry, I need to get more stuff for winter anyway. Found you from YouTube Shorts. Glad I found. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you, Runic. Which short was it? I always ask people coming over from YouTube if they can remember which short they found me from. It's one of my favorite things to ask. I'm gonna draw this bit in green. That way we can just copy paste and flip it. How's the leg? Awful. Awful. As some people will know, on Friday, my knee was so bad that I couldn't sit at my desk to do the art section of the stream, so we played games all day instead. I wasn't able to rest it on the Saturday because on Saturday I was like packing for the event and making last minute like decorations for the table. I spent 2.5 hours on Saturday trying to figure out why my printer stopped working and like trying to reconfigure the printer. And then on Sunday, hang on. And then on Sunday, which was the day of the event, all of bump in and all of bump out, I was moving around and lifting stuff and like not using my cane. Because even though I had the boyfriend and both of my parents there for the event, I don't know, I was just super stressed out and I was like, I need to actively like set up this booth. I need to be a part of this. So like I helped set up the gazebo, I set up all the chairs, I did all the not all of it, but I did a decent chunk of the heavy lifting for like some of our display and stuff like that. So, and then once all of that was settled, I asked my parents if I could borrow 2 tables and a chair, but they only brought 1 table and no chairs. We got it sorted out. We ended up getting a second table, but they still didn't bring any chairs, so we only had 1 collapsible chair. And I was like so wound up the entire day that I barely even used it. I was just standing most of the day. That's not really good. And then for some reason, like I came home and I had a hot shower afterwards because it was so cold and windy the whole day. And hang on. And the hot water made my knee like so much worse. I don't know why. I think maybe it was just like a drastic temperature change type thing, but the hot water from the shower really, really made my knee worse. It's not as bad as it was that Friday stream where I cancelled the art section, but it's not great. Not great. It was the You Gotta Love Barry one. Yeah, that's the OG Resident Evil 1 remake. That's the one, yeah. Wesker's delivery, like just You Gotta Love Barry. I don't know why, it just got me. It's pretty funny. I like a lot of the silly voice acting from like the old PlayStation horror games. It's got a nice level of cheese. It's back when like, I don't know like the correct verbiage, but it's like back when video games weren't like really taken as seriously. It was still kind of like a new medium, kind of like, you know how like anime dubbing went through that really awkward phase where everyone just sounded really bad. It went like video games went through their own era just like that, and it's, I don't know, I can't help but look at it fondly. It's pretty funny. Temperature would do it. Yeah, I've noticed, because generally speaking in the summer, once the temperature starts getting warmer, I end up in more knee pain than usual. And then as summer goes on, it kind of like balances out again. I imagine once we suddenly start hitting the colder temperatures, it's going to do the same thing. You're absolutely right, though. I do need to like frog and pot my leg when it comes to temperature. Because like I was in the shower and then I had to like squat down to pick up like one of my, I think it was like my shampoo or something. And I had to squat down to pick it up, and as I squat down, like both of my knees almost gave up on me. It was bad. Like, oh shit, I almost like fell and died. Okay, I'm gonna make these eyes bigger than they are in the sketch because I think it's. I'd also make the pupil bigger just because it won't look nicer, but it'll be more readable as an emote with bigger eyes, I think. Oh, chat, actually, you want to know something sad that happened at the event yesterday? There were a couple of things that happened at the event yesterday that was sad, but like one in particular. We were... the boyfriend had left to... I think he was grabbing like a juice. He was grabbing us juice or something. I don't fully remember. But he disappeared from the table for a little bit and it was just me by myself. There was a lovely, like, Asian couple. Not Asian couple, but like an Asian mum and child. I say child because, like, they were around my age. Or they looked around my age, but I say child just because I don't know if they were a son or a daughter. It was like an Asian mum and child, and they were, like, running their booth. The mum was by herself, I was by myself. And, she overheard me telling a customer that I had like designed all of my plushies myself. And she came over and she wanted to like ask me questions about it. And before she could ask anything, we got a really, really strong gust of wind and it knocked over the part of my stall that had like my tote bag and my lanyards. And underneath my tote bag and my lanyards were my stickers. Now, that thing had already fallen, I think twice that day. And both times the boyfriend and I tried a different technique to kind of break the wind and like protect it from falling over. Which we did. We had like a base for our trolley. One second. Sorry. We had a base for our trolley, and we ended up using that as like a windbreaker. We put it behind the thing that was holding the lanyards and the tote bags, and it worked for maybe like 30 minutes. We had a couple of gusts of wind, and our thing didn't fall over, so we were like, okay, cool, this is working. And then as this Asian mom's coming over asking me about my product, we got another strong gust of wind, but it was a lot stronger than the other ones that we had dealt with. And so it knocked over the windbreaker that we had set up. And then the lanyards and the tote bag went flying, which, you know, we expected. But the gust of wind was so strong that it actually also knocked over the stickers underneath the lanyards. And I don't know how much, because I haven't counted yet, but we lost a lot of stickers because we had the really unfortunate situation of there being a drain in the smack bang middle of our booth, because our booths we were on a road. They closed the road for the day and we were just on the road as part of the event, and we happened to have the booth where the drain was. And so now if you go over there and you look into that drain, you can see a bunch of Rocher and Nemi stickers at the bottom of the drain. That's really upsetting. We lost a bunch of sticker stock that day. Which, like, we were gonna cover it up, but we ended up using the trolley thing as the windbreaker, so we ended up not having anything for the floor. Once that happened, the event told us, they were like, you're not allowed to put up your gazebo walls unless we explicitly say so. But I had just lost God knows how much stock. And I was just like, fuck it. I don't care if they come over here and they get me in trouble. I'm putting up at least one of my walls. Stop like this thing from falling over. And the Asian lady that was running the booth next to me, she came over and she helped me set up the wall because the boyfriend still hadn't come back yet. And the boyfriend comes back and he goes, oh, they let you put up a wall? And I was like, no, we lost a fuck ton of stickers, and so I decided, fuck it, I'm putting the wall up anyway. And it worked. We didn't lose any other stickers that day, but then like halfway through the day, the wind went from coming in from the right to coming in from the right and behind us. And so we didn't end up losing any more inventory, but like we did have to deal with even more wind, which was really fucking annoying. Rich Pie, welcome in. I'm so sorry, my throat's like really sore today. There might be times where I'm a little bit quiet just to kind of relax a little bit, but I do have a hot drink, so hopefully the hot drink makes me feel better and I can talk a little more normally. Oh good. Oh, thank you. Your emotes are so cute, by the way. That's fucking adorable. Sorry. Pardon my language. That's so cute. Is that you? Is that your bunny? Hang on, I gotta hover over the emote and check, because that bunny character is so fucking cute. It is. Oh my god, so cute. Hey, ain't no way. I'm stalking your account now, by the way. Oh my god, you're adorable. Girl, stop it. Ain't no way. Okay, well, surprise, you come and you be nice to me in my chat, get followed, loser. Sorry, that was just so cute. Thank you. Aw, you're very welcome. That was adorable. I did some math and I didn't like the results. Oh no, what happened? What happened, Jake? You didn't have to do that. Well, really, I don't have to do anything. Really, I don't have to do anything. I do things because I want to do them, and you're very cute, so I wanted to give you a follow. I've always had a soft spot for bunny characters. I actually used to have a bunny persona. When I used to have like an orange cat persona as my VTuber, and then when I retired her, I was going to go with a rabbit design, and then I ended up going with this one instead. I was almost a bunny. Actually, fun fact, chat, the only reason I didn't use a bunny character and I went with this one instead is because the boyfriend and I weren't dating at the time, but I had like a major crush on him, and he told me that he's very particular with bunny characters and like how they're designed, and there are very few bunny characters that he actually finds aesthetically pleasing, and I didn't know if my rabbit design was one of them, so I didn't go with a bunny because I didn't want him to think that my persona wasn't cute. I don't know if I ever told him that. Hang on, I got a cough. Mine's actually a hybrid. Oh, I did notice that one of the ears was long and one of them was short. Is it, I take it by the fact that the ear is folded. Is it a rabbit bunny? Is it a rabbit bunny? Is it a rabbit puppy? Is what I was gonna say. At least show us the bunny and we can decide if it's cute or not. I bet. Let me open Clip Studio Paint. I'll drag them into Clip Studio instead. Give me 1 second. Ignore the cropping. It's a little weird. I have to recrop it every time I switch between Toon Boom and Clip Studio. Annoying. Oh, I don't have any colored pieces of her here. But this is what she originally looked like. That's what she originally looked like. If I zoom out. Not that, we're in the corner. Hopefully you guys can see. That's what she originally looked like. And then the redesign that I was gonna go with was this one. Yeah, the super long hair, the like fluffs on the tail. She would put her hair in a bun because, you know, bunny, bun. I thought she was really cute. Maybe she'll come back one day. We'll see. Totally adorable. I love them. Aww. Thank you. A rabbit and a mandible. Ooh, okay. We say Buppy? Oh, that's cute. Wasn't the wrong decision because your Sona's hella cute. Thank you. Hi, new bite. Welcome in. How you doing? Oh, that's also a really cute emote. I love seeing other people's emotes. They're so fucking cool, dude. Alright, let's go back over here. Love seeing people's emotes. Anyway, I was thinking about how much Tylenol I'd taken over time for my back issues, and it's roughly 2.5 kilos. Okay, but 2.5 kilos over how long of a period of time? Because that might not actually be that bad. Alright, so I'm gonna grow. Cool. So once we finish the emotes, this emote today, chat, I'm gonna move on to like a be right back screen that I started roughing off stream but haven't finished. Figured since I do art at my desk and then I move over to the living room to play video games, it's probably a good idea to have a be right back screen for when I switch from location to location. So I've been working on a be right back screen. I don't know when it'll be finished, but we're going to be working on that. I forgot to factor I did it every 8 hours for a long time. It might be closer to 3 kilos over 4 or so years. Okay, over 4 years, that's not that. Aw, thank you so much, Ashy Pie. I hope you're having a good time with us today. I'm usually a lot louder and have a lot more energy than I do right now. I just have a really, really sore throat because I did an event yesterday. Ooh, sippy. Hang on. My hot drink might actually be cool enough to drink. And if it is, then maybe... There we go. Alright, let's see if this is cool. Oh, it's still a bit hot to the touch. Let's see. Oh. Ooh, that feels nice. Goodness. Oh my goodness. I might be able to talk normally after a while if I keep drinking that. Drink always helps a sore throat? Yeah. I'm lucky it hasn't gotten to the point where I can't drink water yet. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but maybe you guys do. Like when you get a sore throat to the point where you can't even drink water because just the sensation of it going down your throat is like really painful. I haven't had that in years. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried if I get it back. But also, I think because I caught it super early and I like took my meds like immediately and took my vitamin C like immediately, I don't think I'm gonna crash out. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm fine in like the next 2 days if I just stay on top of taking medication and stuff. I hear Bunny, I just think of Bugs Bunny. When I hear Bunny, I think of Bugs Bunny, but then I also immediately think of Lola Bunny from Space Jam. I think I accidentally outed myself as a furry to my parents shortly after I moved out of their house because they invited me over to dinner and we were like sitting in their kitchen eating dinner and Space Jam was on TV and the scene with Lola Bunny and Bugs on the basketball court and she goes like, "Don't ever call me doll." That scene came on and I had no filter whatsoever and I was like, damn, Lola Bunny really is hot, man. In front of my parents, in front of my siblings, and honestly I think my siblings knew because like, you know, they'd seen some of the like artwork and animations that I was posting on DeviantArt, but I don't think my parents had any idea. As a matter of fact, I don't even think my parents know to this day that I am a chihuahua on the internet. All they know is that I occasionally do some live streaming, and they don't really know anything else about that. I don't think my parents know that I roleplay as a chihuahua on the internet. Lola's so nice. I really don't like what the show did to her character. She turned into a dumb blonde. If I had to choose between TV show Lola Bunny and like Space Jam Lola Bunny, I would definitely pick Space Jam Lola Bunny. But I do actually kind of like the like what they did with Lola in that animated series. At first I didn't. At first I would have like completely agreed with you, like, oh my god, she's dumb and silly and stuff. But like a lot of the comedy of that show that I actually really enjoy comes from Lola Bunny. I actually need to watch that series with the boyfriend because he hasn't watched it yet and he really wants to. I would, like I said, I would still pick Space Jam Lola Bunny any day of the week. Like, it's just the objectively correct choice, you know what I mean? I think Lola in the animated series works best when she's with, I forgot her name, but Daffy's girlfriend, the like straight woman. Because she is like the straight woman to Lola's more hijinks, and I think that's part of the reason why I like it. Because Lola is to Tina, I think her name's Tina. Lola is to Tina what Daffy is to Bugs. And I just think it's a really fun idea. I do wish she wasn't like super stupid though. Lola was so many people's furry awakening. I don't think she was my furry awakening because like I was playing Sonic games before I even knew how to speak. Like my the two memories that I have, like my first and second memory ever. The first one is going to a butterfly farm with my parents, and the second one is playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog on Xbox. So like, you know, it was I don't think she was my furry awakening, but she might have been my gay awakening. I'm not sure. Valid. I still think it's stinky and I'll stand by that. Oh yeah, no, totally. Totally. That's totally valid to have that opinion of Lola Bunny, especially because like originally I also felt that way. Let's see. Let's put the oh, don't do this emote's gonna be like a little bit long. Put it like we're gonna have these go down. I will say, now that I've had a little bit of my my drink, it does feel a lot easier to talk, but then I raise my voice to talk normally and immediately it's like, no. Be silenced. I'm like, okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to expose you guys to Rosha's bear. Okay, that's fine. And then we can do like a stay as it is. These ones a little bit. Lighter line art and color. I genuinely don't know if I ever did have a furry awakening. I think it's just a thing that kind of happened to me over time. Yeah. Like, I was, for lack of a better term, and just for like the funny ha-has, I was like indoctrinated into it, like, before I even got a say, before I even knew what a furry was. So I don't think I had an awakening. I definitely had a gay awakening. I just don't remember when it was. I remember really questioning if I only liked men or I also liked women when I was in university. But like, there has to have been a moment before that for me to have been actively questioning it in uni, you know what I mean? I mean, I did kind of kiss a girl really intently in high school, but like that was because of a dare. That was like completely unrelated. That was a dare. I think mine was Stone in the Sword. I felt so bad for the squirrel. I don't think I've watched Stone in the Sword. I treat the two Lola bunnies as separate sisters with the same name but different spelling as a headcanon. Oh, that's cool. It is a lot easier to accept characters being written differently when you're just like, it's just a different canon. It's just a different timeline. As a Sonic fan, that's something that I adopted really, really early on because, hang on. Sorry. As a kid, I had a major crush on Tails the Fox. And a lot of my regular followers will know this, but I was what I call a Cream the Rabbit kin. So, like, I thought I was Cream the Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog. I loved to roleplay as her as a kid. So, needless to say, I was a massive Tayreem shipper because, you know, Creamkin having a crush on Tails, kind of self-explanatory, right? And then I watched Sonic X, and in Sonic X season 4, I believe, Tails the Fox ends up in a very, very close, and according to the Japanese version, romantic relationship with an original character named Cosmo the Cedrian. And I was so unbelievably angry and jealous and just I hated this character with every fiber of my being, and part of me still does. I'm gonna be so dead ass. Part of me still does. And I was like super defensive and protective of Tails because this fictional character needed my protection apparently. And then as I got older and started to look more into fandom and seeing other people ship their characters with canon characters and seeing other people's interpretations of ships, I was just like, oh, you know what? This is actually kind of fun, and it's a lot easier to accept a character decision or like a lore decision that you don't like when you can acknowledge that it's a different canon to the one that you originally fell in love with. Especially for a series like Sonic the Hedgehog that has like more separate timelines than I can count on my hands, you know what I mean? That's fine. Actually, we'll take the original. You know, that's probably where my affinity for like bunny characters came from. Not Lola Bunny. I mean like the fact that I used to roleplay as Cream the Rabbit as a kid. That would make a lot of sense why I have a soft spot for like bunny characters, and like I almost made myself a bunny Shona. And it also explains why my Sonic OC is a bunny. I don't know if Twitch will even let me upload this email. No particular reason or anything. Do you allow messages? Do you mean, are you talking like, Twitch whispers, or are you talking like DMs on other social media? I'm pretty sure they're open. Also, hi, Sky Panther. Welcome in. How are you doing? I don't want to do blinking because it takes too much effort, so I'm just moving the eye around. Anyway, you're comfy with? I do have DMs open on Bluesky. And I think I have whispers on Twitch turned on. I actually don't remember. I don't think I turned them off. I really hate that me coming out was basically me being the last person to realize. My parents had like a very loose suspicion, but they didn't really what's it called? Expect it to be like a proper thing, if that makes sense. My mom was like, oh, I mean, I kinda had an idea, but like, eh. But they weren't super taken aback. I was just like, hey, I like boys and girls, and they were like, okay, cool. Which I wasn't expecting because my mother was very heavily Christian, and my dad's not, but I had heard my dad make kind of weird remarks about gay and trans people before I had this discussion with them. It was interesting that they took it as well as they did. Posterior love cannon. Doggy, hello, how are you doing? Oh yes, there is a Discord. I always forget that I have a Discord. I don't really take Discord DMs very often because I have had a lot of people be super weird in my Discord DMs before. I don't know if I turned off my privacy thingies or if I've kept them up, so if the DM doesn't go through, it's nothing personal. It'll definitely go through on Bluesky, but I'm not sure about Discord because I can't remember if I turned off my security settings or whatever they're called. Oh, she uploaded into our chat? Alright, hang on. Let me take a look. Hang on, I got a cough. Sorry, I had to go coffees. Oh! Stop it! What is that? Jake, I saw your comment under it and you need to shut the fuck up. Chat, look! Wait, hang on. Hang on. Hope this doesn't fuck anything up. Chat, look! Look at me, I'm so tiny, tiny, tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Also, Jake at the bottom, you guys can't see it, but at the underneath this post, Jake has said like law accurate height. And I'm sorry, but that's awful. That's awful. You should be banned for that. I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. But that's so fucking precious. Thank you so much. I'm gonna save this, actually. Wait, let me do this so that you guys can't see where I'm saving it to. I don't think I have anything nasty on my computer, but just in case. I'm saving this. A tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh my god. I'm literally naming it tiny, tiny. Tiny, tiny. I love it. Thank you so much. That's so fucking sweet. I wasn't expecting that. And she's my wife. Oh, that is so cute. I did have a feeling that you two were like connected in some way because you've both got pie at the end of your name, but that is so cute. She's my artist. Oh, that is adorable. That explains. Okay, okay. All right. Well, if I complimented the emotes and the persona before, so Ashy, I don't know if you were here for it, but it is so cute. Are you the artist for the emotes as well? Because the emotes are fucking adorable. They're so sweet. Hi, Mikala. Welcome in. How you doing? Have you heard of both of these? Fennec, don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. We're having such a chill time. Don't fuck us up. Don't do it. She is minus like 1 or 2. Oh, okay. That's so cute. Oh my god, is that the fucking Numa Numa dance? I love it. That's so fucking cute. I love that. Alright, hang on. I accidentally closed my big chat. Everyone knows the story of Achilles, but it seems everyone's forgotten the story of his twin brother, Bophades. I'm not reading all of that. That looks like a copy pasta shit post. I ain't reading all that. Oh, Caramel Dancer. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I mixed up the Numa Numa and the Caramel Dancer in my head. It's been so long since I've heard either of those songs. I just woke up 30 minutes ago. It's almost 7 AM. Damn. Did you just kind of naturally wake up because you had like that's just how you woke up, or is it because you have places to be today? Because that sucks either way. The night before the art market that I went to yesterday, chat, right? I went to bed at like, I want to say 11:30, maybe 12. And we had to be up by about 7 because that's when my mum was coming over to help us out with the car. And I was like, okay, cool. That's all good. We're just gonna binge chill. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get like, at the very least, I'm gonna get 7 hours, which isn't that bad. And then my body was like, oh, you wanna get a good night's sleep? I cast uncontrollable shit, and I couldn't go to sleep for like the next hour and a half, probably 2 hours, because I had to keep getting up and going to the bathroom. It was a nightmare. Naturally, I had a nightmare. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't remember what happened, but I had a nightmare semi-recently as well. Like, I did the literal, like, jolt awake covered in cold sweat, and I don't even remember what the nightmare was. I don't know, this emote might be too big for Twitch, but I really hope it's not, because I think it's pretty funny. What I'm gonna do here. Sorry, I forgot to mute the microphone. And the original... What I might do, just for this, is get rid of all this, just so that I can see this. I usually do 10-minute doodles for streamers I like as a surprise, but since this little creature also takes about 10 minutes for me to do, I figured I'd do this one instead. As you mentioned, Chihuahua, I thought it was pretty. That is so sweet. You didn't have to do anything like that. That was fucking adorable. Okay, wait. Do I have... Ashy, do I have permission to use this as like a profile picture? I would love to. It is so cute. I've never used another artist's work as my profile picture before. I've only ever used my own drawings, but this is so cute. I would love to. It's about bad mouth hygiene. Oh, yucky. Ew. Yeah, those ones are awful. It's yours, my friend. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it my Discord picture and then maybe my Bluesky picture as well, because that'd be super cute. Oh, I love that. Do you have a social media you want me to tag as like the credit for the picture? You know, like hygiene stuff is like always bleh. When I was a kid, I was told that literally only by my parents. No one else ever had an issue with it, but like I was told all the time that I was fucking stinky. And I haven't, like, it was literally only by my parents, and it was only ever while I was living with my parents. It was never an issue after that. Play a girly pop. It was never an issue after that. It's never been an issue ever since. Except for like one time. I went to I had my wisdom teeth removed. And when you get your wisdom teeth removed, you're not allowed to brush your teeth for, I think it's like a couple days. I think it's like 3 days. No, sorry, no. You're not allowed to do anything with your like mouth, like hygiene wise, for the first 2 days. And then for the first week after that, you can only do saltwater rinses. That's what it was. So I was doing my saltwater rinses every single night. And then also, not even every single night. I was doing it every single time I ate food. If I had a soup or I had a yogurt or like whatever, I would like immediately do a saltwater rinse afterwards. And then I think it was like towards the end of the first week, like I was almost able to start brushing my teeth again. I was sitting on the couch with the boyfriend and I was telling him a story or something, and he turns to me and he puts his hands together and he goes, "Sylv, I need to preface this by saying that I don't want you to feel bad. I know it's nothing that you can control, and like please don't take this the wrong way, because I know that it's a medical thing that you can't do anything about yet. But your breath smells really, really bad. Can you please like not sit so close to me?" And I felt awful because he was right. It wasn't something I could control. Like, it was medically necessary for me to do what I was doing. Because my stitching would have like absolutely torn through my gums and like ripped out if I was brushing my teeth that early. But oh my god, like that was the first time since I moved out of my parents' house that someone was like, "Hey, you actually kind of stinky." But like the very next day I was able to start brushing my teeth again, so it wasn't that much of an issue. VGen, Bluesky, Twitter, Toy House for Affinity, and Instagram. Take your pick. Ooh, we'll do Bluesky. I think Bluesky, aside from Twitch, is my main social media platform that I post to. Haven't had a teeth nightmare before. Teeth nightmares are so weird. Especially when you get them like falling out, or like they turn to like jelly in your mouth, or like, you know, those are the ones that I've had. I hated having my 4 wisdom teeth pulled at once, mainly because of that exact recovery stuff. Yeah, I had all 4 of mine taken out at the exact same time as well. Had a similar problem when mine got out. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the healing process. Absolutely it is. But like, it was still kind of like, oh. Oh, okay. Also, hello, I'm just a fox or so. Oh, I'm just a fox or so. Thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. That's hella cool. And so are you. Alright, hang on. Let me quickly check how this looks out. I forgot to recolor the eyes. Bro, good thing I checked. It's sippy time. I will say, the hot chai is definitely helping my throat. I feel like I'm starting to be able to talk a little more normally. I sent you a boop on Bluesky. I saw it pop up on my phone. I saw it. Hang on, wait. Why do I have 5 notifications suddenly? Oh, okay, that's why. Perfect. All right, when I get that set up, I have the perfect account to tag. Thank you so much again. That was so cute. Oh my god.
Women.
Who did that? Who said that? Oh my god, hi Lunai. It's been a while. How you been?
Hello, gorgeous.
15 streams and I plan to keep going. Hell yeah. We should have a leaderboard for that kind of stuff. You know how Twitch has the leaderboards for like bits and clips and like subs and all that? We should have a leaderboard for stream streaks. I think that would be a lot more fun. Not me with a cheese slap of my soda. Oh, when I get my 2 extra emote slots, cheese slap has to be one of them. That's fucking brilliant, dude. Alright, this can go back to green. Wait, no. How do I... It's in here. God. It was only, it's only blue for that one Rosha emote. Now it can be green again. What is it? This is the longest emote we have. This is 119 to 210. Let me really quickly write that down because I need that for exporting purposes. 19. Perfect. I only had 1 wisdom tooth pulled. I was told no solid food for 3 days or spicy food. I had chili con carne the same night. My parent had prepared it that night and I could not say, hey, listen, I need some other food for the next 3 days. Oh yeah, my partner went above and beyond to get food, help me make food that I could eat in like the coming weeks. I mean, I made the food, but he went out of his way to like kind of help me out with it. It was really nice. Any other things happening in April? Yeah, April's kind of busy. May is also going to be really busy for me as well, at least. Because May is Mother's Day, my birthday, my mother's birthday, my, I think it's the boyfriend's dad's birthday, like the day before mine as well. So I got a lot of birthdays. We got Mother's Day as well. It's going to be a little bit busy. No, not in here. I'm trying to find where I save these things. There we go. This one is... I'm just going to call this one left. What was it again? It was 119 to... Yeah, perfect. Alright, I'm going to have another sippy. The question is, how do we count watching clips to save the stream? To save the stream streak? Do they count? Because otherwise, low-key, I'll randomly lose my stream streak when you stream. I have no idea, actually. I'm pretty sure, like, you just have to watch a stream within 24 hours. I'm not sure how it works, because I've lost stream streaks before for, like, seemingly no reason. Or, like... I'll have watched 5 streams in a row from a particular streamer, and for some reason it says I've only watched 2, and my stream streak's only 2. Alright, I'm gonna tab on over to the website that I use to turn these into GIFs, because my exporty program is shitty stinky poo poo. So you guys can watch me do this from this end. And I've got a cough. Okay, sorry. Dreams end up being me wandering into the astral plane. That sounds like something you would deal with, honestly. Did I name it again? Left. Left. Speaking of birthdays, my crush / love interest, very possibly future boyfriend's birthday is 4 days after mine. That is so cute. you gonna get him? Are you gonna get them a nice present? Have a D&D session in a day, and then 2 days later, Tomodachi Life. Yes, Tomodachi Life. I'm so excited for Tomodachi. Back to back, and it was fun as hell for a while, but I have to drag myself and get up because the next thing is happening. Yeah, it feels like it comes a little too quickly. But actually, wait, if we can pivot back to birthdays for a second. Something that, wait, this file's taking way too long. Did I accidentally export it as the wrong kind of file? I might have. I did. Okay, hang on. Exported it as the wrong file. Please reset this. There we go, that's better. Alright. Talking about birthdays for a second. There's something about my birthday, my mum's birthday, and my dad's birthday, and actually also my boyfriend's birthday, that I find really, really fun. Is that the four of us are all born on the same day of the week. So, for example, this year, my birthday is on a Sunday. That means my boyfriend's birthday is on a Sunday, my mum's birthday is on a Sunday, and my dad's birthday is also on a Sunday. And I don't know, I just think it's really funny, and it makes me feel kind of special because none of my other siblings have it. It's just my parents, me, and funnily enough, yeah, also my boyfriend. It also makes it really easy to plan stuff because if I can remember what day of the week my birthday is on, then I know what day of the week all of their birthdays are on as well. So I'm like, okay, we can do XYZ thing because it's on this day. And like, you know, we know what's coming up next. For example, like last year when it was on a Saturday, the boyfriend ended up spending his entire birthday completely by himself. Because, and don't worry, it's exactly what he wanted. I had a convention on his birthday that I was tabling at, and I told him, I was like, look, you come with me to every single convention that I've ever done, but this one is on your birthday, so if you don't want to come with me, then that's fine. And he looks at me with his big old puppy eyes, and he goes, because it's my birthday, can I just stay home and play video games this weekend? And I was like, of course you can, my love. Just fun little things like that. Hey, so guess what? What? Tell me all about it while I have my sippy. That's why you're so awesome. The stars bless you. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Oh, I love that. Check the art channel again. Ooh, I will. Hang on one second. I did a commission for someone, a ref for said D&D character. Ooh. If you're in the Discord server and you have permission, pop it in the art chat. I'd like to see what artwork everyone's working on while I try and finish my emo. Yo, that's so valid though, staying home on your birthday. My boyfriend is probably the most introverted person I have ever met in my life. All he wants to do is stay home in the comfort of his own like room or his own house and sit down, play video games, and not be disturbed by anybody. Like, that is literally the only thing he ever wants. So, on one hand, it makes celebrating his birthday really, really easy. On the other, it's like, damn. Because I like going out. I like new experiences and meeting people and stuff. Oh no, I did read that. Oh, I paid for it. Okay, yeah, you can still send it in the art chat when it's done. I would love to see it. Alright, hang on. Speaking of art chat. Stop it! Stop! What are you doing? Stop it! Chat. Wait. Stop it! What are you doing? Get doodled, Stinky. Hey, that's not very nice. Stop it right now. For real though, that is so cute. I love the eye, actually. The eye in particular is so sweet. Oh my god. Alright, hang on. I actually need to pee really quick, so you guys can sit here and stare at this beautiful doodle while I go and pee. Give me a couple minutes. I have returned. I'm back from peeing, everybody. Let me get my glove back on. We gotta lock back in, chat. Whoops, I didn't mean to close that. Ah! Oh no, everything's falling apart now. I'll put you guys back on Toon Boom. You guys can look at that for a second. Alright. Up with chat again. Keep it about birthdays. Does anyone else have this weird thing where your birthday date number feels like a special number? I was born on 25th of July and I was always like, ooh, 25. Oh yeah, 17 for me. My birthday is May 17th and I don't know why. It's just like, ooh, that feels special. And I've actually met someone who had the same birthday as me. In primary school, my best friend had a younger brother and her younger brother's best friend had the same birthday as me. And I remember one time we were trying to go bowling and I didn't know that the little brother invited his best friend. So the best friend got in the car and he was like, and I was like, oh yeah, I know you. And he was like, I'm sorry, we've never met before. And I just pointed at him and I was like, May 17, right? And this guy went ghost white and he's like, how did you know that? I'm like, oh, it's my birthday too. I thought it was funny. I can see how it makes sense. I'm now questioning why it doesn't feel that way myself. I don't particularly like the number 6. That's fair, that's fair. 6 is such a neutral number, in my opinion. Check out the chill channel anytime you want. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot the plushies. No. Oh my god, I went on a picnic. Chat. Stop. Stop it. I keep getting distracted. Oh, thank you so much. Antiques Given Purpose. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good time with us today. I need to reconfigure this so you guys can see the full picture. And then I have to reconfigure it again when we go back because for some reason none of my apps can have the same configuration. Look. Hello. Hello. All right, so chat, you guys see this little blue guy? That cool dude? That's my plushie. I have a plushie company. I made that one. That blue one's mine. That's a snoo. How cute is that? I like it sitting next. Actually, it's really funny that you put it next to the Sylveon because when I was originally designing Dewdrop, Dewdrop was supposed to be the mascot for the store. And when I was playing around with his color story, I actually almost did make him blue, white, and pink like a Sylveon. So I think it's really funny that you put him like in between the Sylveon's paws. Literally the principle of elegance. If someone ever asks why, I just show them 7. Yeah. 7's a great number in my opinion. I restore antiques for fun. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. You have a plushie company? Yeah, I do. I do. I think if you type exclamation point new, SNUU in the chat, I think it comes up. Let me have a look. Yeah, there you go. I have other stuff on there too, because it was originally just a typical merch shop before I launched my plushies. But now that I have my plushies, I'm trying to pivot into just doing that. Nut writer named Nemi. I would actually really like a typewriter. I think typewriters are super fun. But hang on, we've got more photos to look at for the little picnic, the little plushie picnic. So I actually think I have a very similar Eevee. I definitely have one from the same company. I think my one's smaller though. Ooh, wait, this is, what's it called? Bubs? I forget his full streamer name. This is Saku Kitty's boyfriend. I know this one. You've got so many of him. Were these all different drops? This one's in a cow outfit, so I'm assuming that's a different drop. This one here, I don't know who that is, but that's a really cute plushie. I like that one a lot. I like the eyes. See if I recognize anyone else here. That's a cute one in the back. This one here with the... I don't know why it's giving Five Nights at Freddy's. This one here lying down. I love plushies, man. They're so cute. Alright, I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. That was so cool. Thanks for sharing, Fluttershy. That was awesome. Where's... Okay, yeah. Ew, my setup looks all ugly now. I gotta fix it. I really like just blocking out a lot of the UI when it comes to doing my art streams. I know a lot of people like to see the UI, like have that be part of the experience, but I don't know. I don't like it very much. I think it's much cleaner to just kind of do it like this. Alright, there. That's all set up again. Mr. Bubbles, yeah, that's it, that's it. Can I show you the only poster I have? Yeah, pop it in the chill chat in the Discord server. Got a big ass Gengar plushie that always falls on my head while I'm sleeping. That's dope. I can get you one. Would you like a typewriter? I'm based in Wisconsin. Oh no, I'm Australian. I'm way out in Australia. Shipping would be way too expensive. But thank you though. I need to get a plushie of my boy done sometime, honestly. It's so cool to see your ideas be made into plushie form. Like, I have 3 for sale, and then I have 3 in development at the moment. So I have 6 total, and every single time I see them come to life, I almost cry. Gengar's trying to smother me in my sleep. I really want a Gengar hoodie. I don't know if hoodie exists outside of Australia. But it's basically an oversized, really fluffy hoodie collection that's like really popular around wintertime, and they recently did a collab with Pokemon. They've got a really nice Gengar hoodie that I would like, but they're very expensive, which is very expensive. They're like 50 bucks. It's actually quite affordable. I'm just poor. It do be like almost 1:30, so I might hop off for the night, but I'll leave the stream on lurking. Aw, thank you so much, Ashy Pie. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for chatting with us, and also thanks for all of the doodles. That was so sweet. Bunny's Mr. Bubbles. Yeah, the pink one is Strawberry. Is that also a Mr. Bubbles character? I feel like I recognize her from his channel. Moosey Bubbles is pretty cute. It's in there? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Australia? That's like almost Antarctica. You are correct. It is almost Antarctica. Does typewriter even work if it's head over? I have no idea, but I know a couple of local antique shops that might have one. Same with me. Have a good rest of your stream, Sylv. Good night, you two. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with us. You're both so sweet. There's also Corgi Cam. Ah, okay. I didn't recognize that one. Supposed to be Bubbles' character's girlfriend. Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right, hang on. Let's check out. I keep getting distracted. This is just a chatting stream now. Ooh, ow. That was very nice. I've never heard of what this is from, but I really like the art style of this. I'm not gonna resize my thing again because it's just a lot. But maybe if I... Ah, that's not how it works. Okay. But I really like the art style of this. This is really cool. Whoops, accidentally got rid of it. It's from something called... I actually don't know what it's called, because I can't see it at the moment. But it reminds me a lot of, like, early web comics, like, low-key inspired by anime and Invader Zim, like that kind of art style. It's very nostalgic art style. I like it a lot. Mindwave. Yeah, that's what I thought it said. I don't actually know what Mindwave is, though. That's pretty interesting. It's pixelated too. Yeah, I did kind of notice. It's like got the like the grainy, like textured brush that almost gives it a pixelated feel. It looks really cool. I like it. All right, I was getting distracted. I still have to resize these emotes. Give me 1 second, chat. You guys can have a look at the resize thing. Now we go down here. I'll be able to upload this for you guys really quickly. The first one is 112, I think. Cool baby. Alright, we saved that one. The next one... Alright, let me go in. Alright, the next one I believe is 56 by 56. 56. And then I think the last one's 28 by 28. I don't remember. There we go. Alright, now I can put you guys back into Toon Boom. You guys can bin chilling in there. There you go. Sit with my awkward stare for a moment. It's WarioWare, but everyone's a character participating in a tournament. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that idea. I've never played a WarioWare game before, but they look really fun. I keep thinking of the most stupid stuff, so now I'm thinking about Flat Earther that calls Australia the land down under, and his belief is that it's at the bottom of the Earth disk. That's pretty funny. I actually really like that. Price I got for backing the game for 60 USD. Oh, hell yeah. We love supporting indie projects. That's awesome. If anybody was wondering, the blue cat in between the two Eevees was Happy from Fairy Tail. I was curious if that was him because, like, I used to watch Fairy Tail back in high school. And I vaguely recognized it, but I was like, oh, I don't actually know. It's been a long time. Alright, chat. I'm gonna upload these emotes for you guys. We got our left and right emote. Let's not use auto resize because for some reason when I do, it's that one and then one and hopefully this works. We will call this L. Can I use a plus? I cannot use a plus. All right, we'll call this LR. So it's gonna be, it's self-explanatory. You guys will get it. Alright, there you go. If you guys want to see the new emote, refresh the page and it should be there. I'm just refreshing my page right now to see if it showed up. Let's see. I can't see. The holder for my camera is in the way. Oh, there it is. Hell yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It works. Now every time I'm stupid on stream, you guys can pull this up. If I had a nickel for every 60 USD I spent supporting independent creators for an image in return, I would have 2 nickels. But the meaning of it is worth so much more than money. That is so sweet. I love when people are just like, yeah, sure. I like your project. I'll support your project. We need more people like that in the community. But that being said, considering the current environment, like the current economic environment, it makes sense why it's a bit difficult to get funding for projects like this, because people need to be able to eat before they can support projects like this. Alright, now that we've finished those emotes, I want to pull up this. Okay, cool. So this is a cute little be right back screen that I was working on. Let me quickly resize this because for some reason it's not giving, chat. I really like, I don't know why, I just really like hiding my UI. It makes it look so much cleaner. But anyway, this is the be right back screen that I was telling you guys about that we're gonna work on today. So where is left? So, it's so true. I've been stuck in video games so many times because I mix up left and right. It's a big thing for me. Alright, so this is the screen that I was telling you guys about. So the idea for this is I want to incorporate the snooze into my branding a lot more, because like it's just kind of, it's such a core part of me now and my creative identity now that I just want to put them in more spaces in my streaming content. So this is supposed to be a be right back screen. We'll just have the text like be right back up here, and you'll see these snooze walking across the screen, and they'll kind of like, you know, kind of single file in a line. You'll see all of the snooze that we've created so far. So there's gonna be like 6 of them in this line. But what I want to do is I want to give each one their own unique walk cycle, so you can kind of see a little bit of their personality in how they walk. So for example, you've got Rosha, our text-to-speech bot, everyone's favorite little shithead in the front. He has a little bit of pep in his step. He's very, very quick, very snappy, very full of energy type walk. You've got Dewdrop, the little blue snoo that we have. He's very shy, very reserved. He doesn't actually walk. He just gently flaps his wings and hovers a little bit. I like it a lot. And then you've got Nougat, our yellow snoo, our very strong snoo. He like almost strides a little bit, very quickly, like, yes, whatever you need type thing. He will also bop up and down. I just haven't put the motion into the sketch yet. And yeah, the idea is that they'll walk in a line during the be right back screen. I still need to rough Treasure, Strive, and Marcy, our Monarch Butterfly, our Mushroom, and our Calico snoo. I know what I want Treasure's walk cycle to look like, and I know what I want Marcy's walk cycle to look like, but I have no idea how I want Strive's walk cycle to be. So for Treasure, I kind of wanted to do like the supermodel runway type thing. Like head kind of cocked to the side and like the really long, deliberate strides, kind of like a runway model, because she is a diva. And for Marcy, I don't actually want Marcy to walk. I want her to jump, if that makes sense. So like, I'll just do a really quick thing here before I actually start animating it. Like, she'll stand still like this, right? And then she'll like, and then she'll squat a little bit. And then she'll like jump forward. Because she's a very playful type of snoo. So she'll stand straight, squat, jump forward. Maybe her wings will flutter a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. And then the cycle repeats. She'll stand, squat, flutter, and it's kind of like a little cycle that I want for Marcy. And then yeah, for Treasure, Mother, it's just
why
gonna be
do you
like,
call me a pullhead?
I did not. Oh, okay. Listen, you kind of are though. The amount of times I have to like bail you out of jail, the amount of times you and your wife get into trouble, like, come on. You're a little bit of a shithead. Okay, but this is gonna be Treasure's walk style, right? Neck super stretched out, very, very slow, long, deliberate steps for Treasure, our absolute diva. So she's gonna walk around like this, and then yeah, Marcy's gonna jump and flutter around, but I don't know what I want Strive to do. So Strive is probably gonna be the last snoo in the line, just because I need time to think about how he's gonna walk. 1 second, I got cough. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to clear my throat a little bit. The warm drink is definitely helping. Like, I definitely feel a lot better when it comes to talking, but it hasn't fixed my issue, unfortunately. Alright, I will take that sippy though, that's definitely gonna help. I'm actually almost out of drink. I need to make another one soon. I'll make another one before we get to MonsterCon, which is the game we're gonna be playing after this. We're gonna play MonsterCon. Alright, so this is gonna be Marcy. Let me pull up a reference picture of Marcy.
Look, they had nothing on me. I made sure no evidence was left behind. Also, what jury would convict this face?
You can't rely on the fact that you're a cutie patootie forever, Rosha. Okay? I get it. You are like the ultimate cutie patootie. But you can't rely on that to save you every time, okay? And not to mention, like, you're not the one who got rid of all of that evidence. You're not the one who took care of that. That was your wife. Say what you want about your wife, like committing crimes together, the both of you and whatnot. At least she knows how to cover her tracks properly. Let me move the reference picture so I can see chat and the reference picture. I only have 2 monitors, chat. I'm just a man. Oh, actually, that reminds me. The boyfriend and I are in love with Epic the Musical. Absolutely love and adore it. Really good musical. We watched it for the 4th time a couple weeks ago. And last night, when we got home from the event that we did together, we flopped on over on the couch. We were exhausted, and I just kind of rolled over and looked at him, and I was like, I want to finally show you Hamilton tonight. And he was like, fuck it, let's do it. And I remember as a kid being like so... Hang on. Sorry. I remember as a kid being so obsessed with Hamilton. I believe I got into Hamilton like back when I was like 16 or 17. It might have been 17. I was very, very young. And we were sitting down and we were watching it. And some of the songs still absolutely slapped. I still had a lot of the songs memorized because of how much I would like sing them both to myself and with one of my university friends. But like, it wasn't nearly as good as I remembered it being, you know? And that's kind of sad. It was kind of sad to realize like, oh shit, it's still a good musical. But like, this is nowhere near as good or endearing or like captivating as it was back when back when it was in its prime, you know what I mean? And it was a little bit of like a oh shit moment. But I guess that just means that my taste in musicals has changed now? Question mark? I don't know, I really liked Epic. And I can't wait for the Ilium, if I can be so honest. But I'm not, like, super, super into musicals. I went through my musical phase. I did the whole Heathers, Be More Chill, Dear Evan Hansen. Like, I was that era of musical kid. And now, like, I won't actively seek them out, but if they end up on my feed enough, then I'll check them out, type thing. Which is why we ended up checking out Epic, because it was flooding my timeline on Instagram, and I was like, fine, I've got to watch this now. Alright, I gotta have another sip. I got to tell my potential future boyfriend good morning. Go do it now! Go do it now! I have yet to dip toes into Epic. I think you might like it, Jake. It's not for everybody, but I think you might like it. I can totally see you having a man crush on Poseidon after, like, one particular song that he has. Yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I can see you having a crush on Poseidon after his second song. I didn't know this until our fourth listening to Epic. But apparently the Odyssey is where the phrase "all men are pigs" originated from. And like, because we were watching a certain part of Epic and we were like, I wonder how old that phrase actually is. Like, I wonder where that originated from for it to have been referenced in the Odyssey. And then we did a little bit of research and we're like, actually, it wasn't referenced in the Odyssey. The Odyssey is the origin point for all men are pigs. And I was like, ooh, I love learning new shit. Tempting. What if we did a Discord watch together in the server on one of the days that I'm not streaming? We just have the whole chat sitting in a Discord call and we watch Epic together. It won't be a sing-along. I'm gonna say that right now. It will not be a sing-along. Mostly because we're watching it, like, you would be watching it for the first time, so for people who are watching it for the first time, I don't want it to be, like, not ruined, but, like, you should, like, experience it in its original form before we do a sing-along or something like that. I think that's what her fluff looks like. It's kind of hard to tell from the reference picture I have. Might be a bit longer. Or wider, I should say. Ah, yes, Cersei. I mentioned to the boyfriend, I was like, Cersei was the original feminist. I'd be down. Hopefully it isn't something we can talk about for a year, like High School Musical. Nah, we'll do it maybe tomorrow. Actually, like, deadass. I have some house cleaning to do tomorrow. Maybe when I finish that, we can pop it on. Or maybe even while I'm doing the house cleaning, we can pop it on. We still need to watch the rest of the High School Musical, cinematic universe. And I need to introduce chat to High School Musical, the series, which is a very real thing. Yeah, it is like that. I need to rip the movie so I can change the jersey number. Just, like, completely re-upload the entirety of High School Musical 1 to YouTube, and then when they try to copyright claim it, just be like, no, it's transformative. See, every time Zac Efron is on screen, I've changed his jersey number. It's transformative content. Okay, wait, no. I've made a mistake. Why, you always pull up reference pictures, even if it's your own character, you always pull up reference pictures like that. That's fine, but she's got, like, a... almost like what Strive's got, but not really. And tail. It's bigger than that. Let me like, rough it in. Of it. She does have like little frillies on the back just to give her head a bit more depth. Did look a little bit flat. Not that you'd really even see that because her wings are super present. Let me change this from green to blue so I can use green for her. Alright, I think that'll do for now. I'm gonna keep all the colors separate for a second. Because the next frame basically gonna copy all of this, but we're gonna have her squat a little bit. One of the snooze got a hop instead of walking. Oh yeah, that's actually what we're doing with Marcy. She's gonna do a little bit of a hop, a little bit of a bounce. What is this random green? Okay. I'm gonna remove your legs. Don't worry, you'll get them back. These. What? I don't really see the other leg because of the wing being in the way. I don't know if I should keep her eyes open or if I should close them while she's hopping along. It's something we can play with later. Okay, so she's gonna... Let me turn off all the other guys. For this one, I'll put this back down. Oh, hang on. For some reason, the animation turned off. In. Yeah. Now for this one, we'll have her a little bit higher. We don't need to redraw her legs. This one. I'm gonna shift them back a little bit. With these ones. That, and then we'll end up deleting this back frame, but I just need it here for a second. We're gonna do in between. But before we do that, I need to pee again. I'll be back. Give me... Oh, accidentally shoved my graphics tablet. Give me a few minutes, chat. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I also decided to go and turn on the kettle because I'm out of my hot drink. And without my hot drink, my throat is gonna get extra sore extra quickly. So I just turned on the kettle and hopefully I can have my drink back soon. That would be really nice. But for now, just quickly, I don't know if I want her wings to flutter because she's not really flying. She's kind of hopping a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna have her wings. She's got kind of not an intense pattern, but she's got a pattern on her legs that, on her wings that I don't really have to map out. I should be able to get rid of that. There. Okay. Should be longer. Let's go. Put it on 3. Okay. What if I put a whole animation? It'd be animated differently to every other snoo. Everyone else has been animated on 2 so far. I've animated her on 3. I know. Like, what on 2, but then keep everything else on 3? If up. Is this up by like another 2? Have this again. I want the jump to be a bit bigger than what it is. It can stay where it is. Other one. Keep the jump actual bit of her being in there on the trees. Okay. I think we've almost got it. In between here. I like smack bang in the middle. I'm gonna draw this in black just so that it's really easy to see. Like the middle point. Ooh, my kettle's finished. Go and get more. Alright, hang on. I want to make sure that this. I'll do that. I think I need to quickly change these to blue because the fact that they're red is tripping up how I'm interpreting this movement. Okay, I think that's fine. I think that's good. I like that. So that's Marcy. really quickly just make all of this blue. I don't really need to clean any of this up, just because I'll know what's in front of what when it comes to the clean animation. But sometimes it just looks nice. A nice way to see it all coming together. Oops, I didn't do that. No, I don't mean to do that either. Alright, now we do the same thing for all of these. Okay, I was a bit confused for a second. Alright, before we do this to the rest of her feet, I'm gonna go make that second drink so that I can keep my throat all nice and good for talking. Alright, I'm back. It's still a bit too hot to drink, so my throat might get extra scratchy and I might need to cough more often until it's ready to drink, but I do have a new drink. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, just speak of the devil, I needed to cough. Now the problem is, I don't know what I want to do for Strive, but I do know that I want Strive in the middle of Marcy and Treasure. Like I wanted the line order to go Rosha, Dewdrop, Nougat, Marcy, Strive, Treasure. But I still don't know what Treasure's walk cycle, not Treasure, I still don't know what Strive's walk cycle is gonna look like. It's unfortunate because I had a lot of really clear ideas for basically every other snoo on how to give them a unique walk cycle. Strive is a little bit tricky because Strive's whole thing is that they're very laid back and chill. They just like to sit and like have tea parties and stuff like that. So they could have kind of like a chill guy kind of shuffle going on, because they're kind of meant to give like lazy vibes, in a good way. They're kind of meant to give lazy vibes. Maybe like almost dragging their feet, but I don't really want them to drag them. That makes it seem like they don't want to be there, and they do. They love their friends. I suppose Strive could be the only one with a quote-unquote normal walk. You know, just like looking head on, like no head held high, no looking down, no skip, no strut, just like a normal walk. Could do that. That's Marcy. I think I'm gonna do Treasures first because again, I have a really solid idea of what I want Treasure's walk cycle to look like, but I am gonna put her at the back of the line and put Strive in the middle once I have Strive's walk cycle down. I reckon Strive could also have almost like a dewdrop style of walking where like he doesn't actually walk. But Strive doesn't have wings, so it's not like he can just casually fly around like Dewdrop does. Ooh, I just had an idea for Strive. So Strive is a red level Snoo, which means his magic level is the strongest. But what if, like, for his walk cycle, for their walk cycle, they're not actually walking. The ground just kind of like raises underneath them as they move forward. They like use their magic to walk around without walking. That could be a fun idea. I don't know if I like am committed to it, but that could be really fun. Alright, this is gonna be Treasure. Let me open Treasure's reference. Yeah. Absolute diva of the Snoo. I love her. First step, like this. I should have a straight line down, kind of like making sure the floor level is the same, but I can always adjust it later. Like adjust where their feet are later. It's very easy to do. You know what's not easy to do? A walk cycle for a four-legged character. That is not easy to do. Her hair would kind of be in front of this ear. Okay. This. What a diva. I love her. I can't wait to actually launch Wave 2. I'm currently working with my manufacturing company to make some last minute edits because we thought we had the design finalized, but then we got them shipped over and we noticed a bunch of little things that we wanted changed. So they're working on that at the moment. So she's so much. That's why we love her. She's so much. Good girl. that's the base. But, oh wait, hang on. I forgot her. Okay. I just forget she's got a little bit of excess fluff under her collar, like that. Absolute diva. Okay. Oh, they look so cute all in a lineup. I know we're still missing one, but they look so cute. Drink's too hot. Do I have water? Do I have water? 1 second. Gotta lean back and get it. Got it. Now, I could kind of animate it the same way I did brochures. As you can see, he like squashes, stretches, and then switches legs. I don't really want to do that. Whoops. Okay. The other keyframe would be like this leg. Let's try it in a different color. Leg kind of this. I don't want it to actually like trace the other leg though. I want it to be able to this leg. Your back leg. At the moment, it actually confused the hell out of me when I saw that. Any little lines here. Go away. Alright, so that's what we're working with. From there to what I'm thinking is this back leg probably gets bent up. This leg in the front, hang on. Throw it in black. So this front leg probably slowly over time. Back leg, like for a little bit, you might see it. Okay. Same with this one. Wait, hang on. That was the wrong side. I think. Back one. Focus on the front leg. This front leg, because it's moving from backwards to forwards, this leg probably a little bit. Yeah, I went to school for animation. This leg will kind of go. Like from the or up. Another one in the middle. A bit more even split in the center. Actually, wait, no, this isn't going to be more in the center. I think Treasure's going to have the most detailed walk cycle out of all of the snooze. Because I want her, this leg to kind of come out and then lower back down, if that makes sense. This one. Probably sitting at about here. This back one, sorry. Realized I haven't been copying her my tummy line. Okay. And now this leg, I kind of want this leg to kind of out and then go down, if that makes sense. Leg is here now. This leg. Same with this leg kind of comes out a little bit before it settles into its base position. Comes out too much, I think. And you know, this might be an awful idea. I might need to. I want to at least see. I feel like it might add a little bit of pep in her step if I can properly. Before we look at the rest of it, all these ones, distractions. Okay, that looks fine. This bit looks fine. Now we've got to do it for this reverse motion. I just got to remember exactly what I did. We're trying to get from this one back to this one. Alright, so lifts up and bends a little bit, lifts up and bends a little bit, overextends, and then neutral. Okay. Move you forward and bend you a little bit. This leg. Bit. Back a bit. Here. Probably only a bit of it now. Huh? Getting to select her tummy line. She needs her tummy. Baby girl, her tummy. Okay, cool. Now, bend this a little bit more. Bring her forward a little more. Sorry. I didn't feel that one coming on. I couldn't mute the mic. Hang on, there's more though. I'm so sorry, chat. This leg... This leg is honestly probably like over here by now. There. This leg is like probably all that leg is. Oops. Okay, this should be the last room. The bit where this leg kind of overextends a little bit. This back leg is probably here by now. Oh, not too much, not too much. Alright, let's see if I did this correctly. Ah, she's so cute. Okay, okay. I like this. I do want to add like a little bit of a here. What I want to do is first of all got to turn on the animating tool. This bit goes up a little. Too high. I want to bring her up too high. Just maybe like a... It's here. Yeah. Has a little bit of a... that looks a little wrong. Like an up point here. This would be another high point. Actually, what needs to happen is this needs to be like here again. Like snap back down. That makes sense. Hope this worked. 1 second. I'm playing with the timeline right now. Don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little better. Alright, cool. Alright, and now we have 5 of the babies. All nice and ready to go. I still don't know what Strive's walk cycle is gonna look like. Let's see. I'm gonna have a look at... I'm gonna see if I can find some like examples of like lazy people walk cycles, and then see if I can incorporate that into how Strive walks. Like a blender. This is like an animation tutorial. I don't want this. I want to look at the walk cycle. I'm not even using it. A lot of lazy walk cycles don't look lazy, they look depressed. They're like hunched forward. Maybe if I do like a...
Can someone help me out?
Audio. Alright, well I'm not really finding anything that I find particularly inspiring. Maybe he's mushroom bounces as he walks. Oh, definitely. Definitely, I want to do that. But I'm thinking other than that, just like a normal walk cycle is really all I can do. I know some of the snooze are blipping out of existence at the moment. It's just because their loops have fewer frames. I'm just looking at it all together. I'm thinking, okay, hear me out. Strive could be like particularly out there. And like instead of walking, he's here. His big old mushroom hat. Right? And he has his legs like this. And then to move forward, he just... I'll show you. Put this, like, way above. It'll be, like, a couple of frames. But, like, to move himself forward, he just... He just moves his legs and he pushes himself forward like a slug. Alright, it was just an idea. It was just an idea. To do... We already have a character who just kind of hops. We have our icon. We have a stride. We have like just a little bit of pep in the step, and we have a flying one. Oh, that hot drink is feeling so nice. Oh, my throat feels so much better than it did when I started streaming, and I think that's because I've been drinking all of these hot drinks while I'm streaming. I'm looking at a picture of Strive now. How does Strive get around? How does Strive move? How does Strive walk? Don't think they would take long riding steps. What Treasure does. I don't think they would do that. You could try. Just head above the ground and he moves under it. Oh, that would be so cute. You just see the moving mushroom hat. Like occasionally he pokes his head out from underground. That could be cute. I keep using he, him pronouns for Strive. It's they, them. Strive is a non-binary mushroom. I'm thinking almost like a shuffle. Like really, really tiny steps. Really small steps is what I'm thinking for our baby boy. My apologies for misgendering the mushroom. Nah, you're good, G. I think I've mentioned this before. Because wave 1 of the Snoo plushies were all like boy Snoos, originally the idea was that wave 2 would be all girl Snoos. And Strive wasn't even meant to be part of Wave 2. They were meant to be part of a much later, like Halloween / autumn themed, like thing. I also just realized I really want to put Strive in the middle of Treasure and Marcy, but it's a little bit difficult to do because I use the keyframes. What I'll do is I'll rough them in this order, but then when it comes to actually animating them, I'll do them in the order that I originally wanted. Hi Luxel, welcome in. How you doing? Please bear with me. My throat is very, very sore. Still getting to know them? Yeah, I haven't released very much on the second wave of Snooze. But as I was saying, originally, Wave 2 was meant to be all girl Snooze because Wave 1 was all boy Snooze, and Strive wasn't even meant to be part of Wave 2. They were meant to be part of a much, much later autumn / Halloween themed drop that we wanted to do. But when I showed everyone my Snooze sketchbook, by everyone I mean like my friends and family, I showed everyone my Snooze sketchbook and I let them vote on which Snooze they wanted to be part of Wave 2, and a lot of people saw Strive and they just wanted Strive, and I was like, ooh, I mean technically they were meant for a different wave, but I guess that's fine. And I tried to make them like a female Snoo to fit my original idea, and I don't know, calling Strive she, her just didn't feel right. So yeah, they're a non-binary Snoo. So we'll do that later. I wanna... Them. Oh my god, I keep saying him. You know what? Fuck it. Their pronouns are he, they. My fictional character, I can give them whatever pronouns I want. And if I keep accidentally calling them he, then maybe it should just be he. He, they. Still non-binary. Oh, make the hat a bit taller. A bit. Big ol' mushroom. Non-binary. That's pretty funny. The only problem with Strive is that I can never ever get the proportions of their mushroom correct, like twice in a row. Their mushroom always looks a different size. And it's very, very difficult because I like the details of the Snooze to be as close to identical as possible every time I draw them, but I just can't do it for Strive. Strive is very difficult to get their proportions correct. Uses they because all the mushroom-based Snooze are connected through mycelium network. Yeah, it's not they because they're non-binary, it's they because they all have one collective consciousness. God, that sounds horrifying. Ah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can catch that name. Devil in my details. Hello, welcome in. I hope you're having a good time with us today. We're gonna be doing this for maybe another 30 minutes, and then we're gonna be moving on to MonsterCon, which I've never played a Monster Prom game before, so this will be fun. Hi, I've been lurking for a solid hour and a bit while I, to be honest, cried. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been background noise for a lot of different things. I don't know if I've been background noise for someone crying before. Whatever it was, I hope you feel better now. I hope me and my random animation shenanigans made you feel a little bit better. I also apologize, I am a little bit sick. I'm usually a bit more high energy than this. I don't want their torso to be this far out, actually. Quiet little... I think a quiet little shuffle would drive the most. They just want to like slowly make their way over to their tea party. Drive loves a good tea party. There we go. Also from's cool. Boyfriend loves its visual novel multiplayer weirdness. Well, if the boyfriend has energy when he comes home from work, he will be doing a really short multiplayer round with me. I don't know if he will, like, for an extended period because he has a lot of work on his own channel that he needs to do. But he might come and hang out with us. Right about the Artemis mission. Right about Christina Ko. Is that Christina Ko? Specifically. Then Felicette and Laika and all of the is that ISOT? Space missions. Right about my job because I was supposed to do my charting the entire time. Oh no. I will be so honest, I actually haven't been keeping track with the Artemis stuff that's going on. Because I've been so fucking busy, but I would love to keep track of all of that stuff and catch up with what's going on. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same walk cycle that we did for Strive, not for Strive, for Treasure, but the movements aren't gonna be nearly as dramatic. It's, again, I wanna try and get it looking like a shuffle almost. Some of those fights Hal was doing looked brutal. Yeah, they are. I was actually tempted to try Mortal Shell for the stream because Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition is on PlayStation Plus, but I'm not even half the man he is in that regard. Like, oh my god. Woman in space, she saw the moon up close with her own eyes. If that was me and I got to see the moon, like, up close, like, in space, like, you know, within reach, I would probably fucking bawl my eyes out. I think that's the most normal response considering how emotionally tense, not tense, but like how emotional that situation would be. And that's so fucking cool for them, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I definitely need to catch up with what's been going on with NASA and Artemis 2 recently. The other tricky part about Strive's walk cycle is how fluffy he is. That's the fluff on his legs, on both legs. See the problem now, chat? Having Strive walk is gonna be really rough. His head looks disproportionate. Sorry, their head looks disproportionate. So I'm just gonna move over, see if maybe I made their legs too short. I did. No, not really. Okay. Alright. The chaos begin, I guess. opposite angle, it's not going to be a lot of movement. Again, I kind of just want them to shuffle a little bit. Like there. This one. Leg, kick. It's hard to make them not overlap. Maybe. But, yeah. Okay. Alright, so those are the two extremes. This is gonna be like a Drive's walk cycle is probably, yeah, not probably. Drive's walk cycle is definitely gonna have one less frame than names are escaping me. Then Treasure gonna have one less frame in their walk cycle. Mostly just because they're not going to have as much pep in their step. I also don't think they're gonna bop the way Treasure does as well. I don't know if they'll bop at all, to be honest. First woman to pass low orbit space, oldest person to pass low orbit, first Canadian to pass low orbit, and the first black man to pass low orbit. Oh, that's actually really cool. I really like that. That's a really heartwarming, I don't know if message is the right word, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? The fact that, oh, you basically said it. Yeah, each member of that crew changed space travel as we know it. Doesn't matter skin color, age, gender, ethnicity. Yeah, exactly. That's basically exactly what I was gonna say. Just like more eloquently put. Okay. More beton. Science itself kind of gives me hope. Usually you only see white men doing important space missions. It's true. Actually, wait, hang on, wait. I don't think we need that. Got distracted. Yeah, that's what I want. Like a quiet shuffle. Good. A keyframe. 2 frames in the middle. Final keyframe. Okay. This here. It's all besides the point. Make that mushy war. We're getting there. We're getting there. But still, it is really interesting stuff to know and to bear witness to, at the risk of sounding a bit dramatic. It's definitely something that I have to take a look at, hopefully over the next few days while my while my life is just kind of slowing down a little bit before it picks up again. You are back, so you're gonna go. I warn you, some facts about the Artemis mission are going to make you cry. Oh yeah. I haven't been keeping track with the Artemis mission, but I have been seeing everybody's reactions to it. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of tears coming from me. I just realized I forgot to draw Strive's tail. Need to add that in as well. I'll do that when the walk cycle is like done. Then I can just copy paste the tail. Giving him such a fluffy like bit to his leg is so cute, but it also makes it so much harder to keep track of his legs. I think that's fine. All right, because they're in there. Okay, no. Get rid of that. Now it should be a little smoother. It's just a quiet little shuffle. Oh, I like it. Very cute. Very cute. Cried like a baby to work. Oh my god. Lucky for me, I don't really have anywhere to be over the next few days. So that should be all good for me to handle. Alright, we now have our line of Shanu babies. Some of them have longer walk cycles than others. Actually, a lot of their walk cycles overlap. Roche's, Marcy's, and Treasure's all happen to have the same amount of frames. Dewdrop and Drives have the same amount of frames. Then Nougat has the least amount of frames. So they're gonna blip in and out of existence because their loops are so different. This is basically the vibe at the moment. Very cute, very beautiful. I think I can group all of these just to make my setup a little cleaner because they're all on their own different layer for reasons. Pop them all in a group like this and name this. Whoops. Actually, no, I don't want to do it like this. I don't want to do it like this. What I want to do is work on them one snoo at a time. This is gonna be Rocher final. I'm really quickly gonna go pee again. I'm gonna go pee again. Hi from Canada and you speak little English. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I really quickly just need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We only have, I think, like 13 more minutes of the art section before we move over to Monster Prom. So I'm debating if I even start doing this right now, or if I just put a pause on it and we wait until like next week, not next week, sorry, like a day from now to do it. At the very least, I might import Rocher's color palette. I believe in the S section. Library. I need to have a folder that's just got only the palettes for all of my characters. I do have that for the Forget Me Not cast. I don't have it for anybody else. Right there. Palette is right here. Nice. Alright, I got the line art color now. Let's make the line art... What does a 10 look like on this canvas? I think 10 is good. Let's make the line art 10. Clean up my node view so I can see a little better. And I'm gonna grab a transparency node and put it over here so that I can lower the opacity of this rough, and that way I also know which rough I'm working on at any given time if I happen to play. Sorry, I'm trying to... Yeah, that's good. Alright, at the barest of bare minimum, we're going to line art this first frame because aside from the legs, like, I can copy and paste this for all of the frames. Spoiler alert, Rocher is actually only 2 frames. 2 frames, and then I just squash and stretch them. Actually, I do want to test something before I go through with this. So we'll turn off Rocher Final for now. Put all these together. Turn them all back on just for the sake of the experiment. And I grab all of these. I grab all of these in the group. No, not like that. The group. That's them in the group. There we go. No. Trying to put them. That's not what I... Working. They won't go in the group now for whatever reason. Okay, now they're going in. If I do them one at a time, it works. But if I do it as a group, it doesn't work. Goes in there. Now, can I put keyframes on the group? Ooh, I cannot. Alright, this is gonna be an issue then. Actually, is it gonna... Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. Trying to think about what I can do about this. I think... Because what I was gonna do is I was gonna animate the loops, use whatever keyframes I need to, and then keyframe the group, and like have it slide across the screen. But I can't keyframe the group, so what am I gonna do about this? The only thing I can think of is to not use keyframes. Like, see how here I've used keyframes to do certain animations? The only thing I can think of is to not use keyframes and to tween them all by hand. That way I can do the sliding key. Okay. I have an idea. It's just going to be a little bit rough when we get to it. That's okay. My OC world is also called Forget Me Not. That's so funny. Forget Me Not's the name of my published graphic novel. That's awesome, dude. Well, specifically the title is Forget Me Not and then the subtitle is Aconite. I really like using flowers for my works. So when it comes to the Forget Me Not graphic novel series, if you look up the meaning of the flower in the subtitle, in the case of my first book, it was aconite. If you look up the meaning of the aconite flower, it gives you like a hint of the themes that are present in my graphic novel. I love doing shit like that. Ooh, do you think 10 is too thick? Nah, I think it's fine. The Snooze are very cartoony, like, simplified characters, so I think thick line art kind of fits them. Poisonous aconite. No, don't eat it. No, don't do it. No, 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 no. Do not eat. Very poisonous. Speaking of eat, when I move my PC over to start the gaming section of the stream, I might reheat some Chinese food. I've got Chinese food ready to eat, chat. I'm getting hungry. I'm pretty sure MonsterCon has like voice acted lines, so I don't have to voice the characters. I can eat while they're talking. That would be nice. I'll make his eye a bit longer. I want to kill him. Bro, what are you doing? Oh, I was wondering why his sketch looked weird. It's because I didn't sketch in his eyebrow. Oh, he has his eyebrow. That's better. My poor baby. What specifically you got to eat might steal something good. Might steal if it's something good. I got like, I really wanted it to be black pepper beef, but it looks like it's just beef that's been, like, peppered, if that makes sense. But it's got like some capsicum, some onions, some carrot, nice sliced pepper gravy. And I've got some special fried rice as well. So it's got like a bit of prawns, a bit of chicken, a bit of pink pork. Yummy Chinese. Actually, because I'm gonna reheat food to eat, I might move the PC now and get the PC ready for the gaming section of the stream now. It is like 4 minutes early, but like, you know. So it'll be fine. My food takes a couple of minutes to heat up, so I'll put that in the microwave while I'm moving my PC. I don't like these shapes. Why are you giving me bad shapes? It's a shame I couldn't finish this Be Right Back screen tonight, because it would have been really nice to finish it and then immediately start using it. That's just a setting. I think there are only a few voice lines. Usually play with... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Still, it's not too bad. Oops. Alright, I think we're gonna leave this here. But we made good progress. We roughed this entire second half of the line, which is really cute. I'm so excited to finish this. I only follow peeps under 5 feet. Dude, I'm 4'8". I'm 4'8". By Australian government standards, I am a midget. I almost spat out my drink. Thank you so much for the follow. Short. What up, gamers? Hi, Hindo. Yes, I'm short. I said this to the boyfriend. We were packing up yesterday. And, no, we weren't packing up. We were grabbing stuff for our event yesterday. And he was like, oh, can you pop something on top of the boxes? There were like 3 boxes stacked on top of each other. And I looked at him. And I looked up at the boxes and I looked back at him and I was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm tallent. I can't reach that. And he's just kind of staring at me. Because instead of saying short, I fucking said tallent. And he's like, okay. I can't reach the spice cabinet. We actually don't have a spice cabinet. We leave all of our spices on the counter because I wouldn't be able to reach them otherwise. It's true. It's true. I'm not gonna be beating the allegations anytime soon. But I'm gonna close this. Go. And I'm gonna throw you guys back to the starting soon screen so I can prep some... I think it's a bit early for dinner, but I am hungry. So I'm gonna throw you guys back to the starting soon screen while I prep some food and I prep the PC for MonsterCon. So sit tight, maybe go grab a snack, maybe go have a pee break. We can eat our breakfast, lunch, or dinner together. Would Sylve like a stepping stool? First of all, fuck you. Second of all, yes please. Yes please, I want a stepping stool please. My life is so difficult without it, chat. Alright, sorry, I just got a text from my cousin. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna throw you guys back to the screen. I'm gonna grab some dinner. I'm gonna set up the PC. Go grab a snack. Go grab a drink. Go for a walk. Go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Give me like anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. I'll be back. Can you hear me? I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me now. We're almost done. We're almost set up. Just give me one more second. The problem, not problem, but the situation is that Monster Prom is one of those, not Monster Prom, sorry, Monster Con is one of those games that like closes every time I tab out. Trying to like, wait, hang on. Spices on the counter keep still from climbing up to get the snacks. It's so true. We do keep our snacks kind of high up. Still needs a whole ladder to reach the top shelf at the shops. No. I ask other people to get my stuff for me, actually. I forget if the booster seat one is real, like for legal reasons. Oh, okay. That's so true, actually. For legal reasons. For legal reasons. It is ambiguous. Hang on. My camera is not properly set up. Nothing is properly set up yet. I go in here. I should be able to put Monster Prom here. Sorry, I keep calling it Monster Prom. It's Monster Con. Should be able to put that there. Nice. And then if I go... I gotta turn my border off. We're gonna display... Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. So now if I sit back here... Whoa, perfect, perfect. I look up to Sylve metaphorically. Hi, Brent. How you doing? Sorry, I'm just moving from my art station to my couch so I can play video games. And for some reason, it's taking a little longer than usual. Alright. I think we're set up now. I just gotta go and get my food, and then I can change the category and all that stuff. How are you, Brent? What's going on? How did the event go? Oh, it was... There was a lot. There was a lot that happened during that event. It was very cold and windy, and it was an outdoor event. Hang on, 1 second. We were outdoors like the whole day, and then we were facing like really strong freezing winds the entire day. It was really nasty. It was really mean and nasty and terrible is what it was.